Welcome to my channel. This is the YouTube version of the DisneyOutpost.com, which is my blog. It's mostly Disney. It's going to be a little bit of other travel and lifestyle content kind of thrown in, and I'm excited to do this. I've wanted to vlog for a long time and just have never stuck to it. So I'm kind of kicking it off with my Disney trip coming up this weekend and hoping that just gets me more into the groove of vlogging, and it's something I can actually stick to because I've tried to in the past, and I'm much more of a writer. It's really hard for me to stick to video content, especially long-term video content of me talking to a camera, but I'm hoping that this gets me out of that rut. So this is going to be a little different than a lot of the other pack and prep videos we see for a couple of reasons. First, if I'm taking like a 4-day trip or less or shorter, I do not check a bag. So it's going to be a very tight, depending on the airline, actually back up. Depending on the airline and what ticket I have and all that kind of stuff, I don't even pack a bag that I'm planning to put in the overhead bins. Like, I pack extremely light if it's a short enough trip that I can't get away with that, which this one is. So if you're looking for packing advice of what you should bring to Disney World, this is not going to be a typical what you should bring on like a week-long vacation video. This is somebody who knows the parks very well, who, as you can tell, dresses for comfort. I'm not doing a ton of, I have a couple of like themed shirts and things, but I'm not doing a ton of like over-the-top outfits. I'm not doing outfit changes. I'm not bringing full-sized toiletries because I'm limiting myself to what I can fit in a carry-on. So all of that kind of stuff, just to put that up front, just so if you're expecting like a packing list type of video. This might not be the best video. I hope you still watch, but that's not what this is going to be about. This is going to be if you also don't want to deal with checking a bag, don't want to pay for checking a bag, whatever the situation is. This is how I pack a lot of stuff for about a 4-day trip or less in a bag that can fit under the seat in front of you on most planes. So we'll start there. This is the backpack that I use. I'm actually going to just zip it out so you can see it. It's one of those like random brands. So I can link it, but I'm not sure off the top of my head what the brand name is. But it's one of those just Amazon backpacks. It has a lot of compartments and it fits an insane amount of things for a bag that can fit under the seat of most airplanes. I'm also seeing most airplanes, just as a heads up, don't come after me if it doesn't work for you. I've flown American, Delta, and JetBlue with this. I obviously don't know all the different types of planes that I've been on, but in general, I've flown those 3 airlines using this bag. Haven't had any issues with it going under the seat in front of me, but I know it might not be the case with every airline, so just as a PSA. But it has a lot of compartments. So it has a laptop sleeve back here. I don't know, I probably will end up bringing my laptop this trip. I say I'm not going to, but we'll see. So there's a laptop sleeve. These front pockets just open up into little pockets, kind of what they look like. It has a cup holder if you're into charging wireless. It has a little charger port here, which is nice. The inside, this is the main compartment of the inside, so it gets it's obviously a backpack, but it gets kind of suitcase shaped. So you can actually fit a lot of stuff deep in here. And then it also has all of these little compartments as well, which is nice for like toiletries and makeup and that kind of stuff. And then the cool thing about this, I don't know that I'm going to bring more than 1 pair of shoes on this trip because I'm literally just going to the theme parks. And it's only a couple of days. But if you wanted to bring multiple pairs of shoes, and I have done this and it works because I did not think it was going to work. This little compartment down here can fit about at least like a pair of sneakers. If you have sandals or something smaller, it might fit 2 pairs. And I don't know what kind of magic goes into that, but somehow it all fits. So that's the bag that I'm using. This is the bag that I'm packing instead of a suitcase. But the bag that I use in the parks is actually, let me zip it back up again, is actually this backpack that doubles as a camera bag. So I will be bringing my camera. It's right here. This is the new, gosh, I don't even know what model this is. This is the new Canon Rebel T7, I guess. I've never had a Canon before. I have another DSLR that's a Nikon, and I'm not a legitimate photographer by any means. I'm extremely amateur. My Nikon camera is, I think, much nicer than this. This is a very, like, beginner-friendly DSLR, which is fine for me. My Nikon's much nicer, but one of my lenses is broken. So I can only use the zoom lens right now, which is not super helpful, and replacing that lens cost as much as this camera did. So I figured I would just get another cheaper camera in the meantime, just in case this gets beat up or anything. I don't care as much as the Nikon, which is definitely like the nicer camera. You know, like if I'm in the parks and it's raining and like it's banging around on rides or something, I don't know. So this is kind of the camera I want to use for that, and anything more like outdoorsy where anything could happen to my camera, I'm going to kind of go with this one, which also is a zoom lens that came with it, and save my Nikon and get a new lens at some point for times when I'm less worried about it being smushed under an airplane seat and things like that. So that's the camera. This is the bag that I use in the parks. It's pretty much just a basic backpack. So on top, it has this little zipper. This is where I'll usually put like makeup and sunscreen, band-aids, stuff like that. It has a little cell phone holder, and then just some space up here. I can fit my ears up here. Any like souvenirs that I buy, things like that usually fit up here. I don't take a ton to the parks with me. It's pretty much just like my wallet and the camera. I'll probably put an umbrella in here too. I think it is supposed to rain while I'm there. And then this back pocket actually goes down the whole length of the backpack. And that is where I put a jacket usually. If I need it. I mean, obviously you don't always need a jacket when you go to Disney. This trip, I think I will. It looks like it's actually going to be cold. And I'm saying that coming from Massachusetts, so that's saying something. So I probably will put a little raincoat in there. And then the camera section, the bottom of this opens up. And it actually has a whole little camera bag in the bottom. So I can use that for the camera. Put that right in there. As far as things that I'm actually packing, I don't know that a lot of this is going to be super helpful. Again, this is a weird trip. So pretty much, I'll just show you a little bit of what I'm planning to wear. This might not be like a finalized everything that I'm wearing, but I'll show you a little bit. Again, this is comfort with like Disney thrown in. This is not like cute Instagram-y outfits. And then I'll probably just mention a couple of the things that I definitely pack every time I go. And I'll show you what the bag is like when it's all put together. I'm going to do leggings, which has been most of what I do in Disney lately. I've been doing a lot of just leggings and like loose, usually cropped t-shirts and biker shorts. I used to be big into dresses in Disney. I haven't even done that lately. I've just been so like straight up as comfortable as I can possibly be. I would do like a loose t-shirt dress or something. Doesn't make sense for this trip in January. It's gonna be too cold. But most of my Disney attire is some kind of not real pants and a t-shirt. So we'll start there. I will definitely be bringing a couple of leggings. These are the same ones I'm wearing now. They're from Old Navy. I don't remember what kind they are, but they are very comfortable. And I'll be wearing those in the parks for sure. For t-shirts, usually things like this. This is just a cropped Walt Disney World t-shirt. I got this at the Character Warehouse. Is that what it's called? I always want to call it Cast Connections, and it's not Cast Connections, obviously. You know the one, Outlet. So I got this there. It was like $10. So loose, comfy, goes with leggings, easy. That's pretty much what I go for. Pajama bottoms, not exciting, you need to see those, but obviously gonna wear pajamas. And sometimes I'll do a t-shirt that's not cropped. I do usually prefer cropped t-shirts, but I might bring this. Again, we're totally comfort, not the Instagram-y cute stuff. I'll try to make it a little cute, I guess, but this is what we're working with. So this is not an original. This is from like Etsy or somebody who reprinted it, but it's a Lights Motors action shirt from Hollywood Studios or MGM Studios when it came out. And I worked there during my second college program, so I needed to have this shirt. And if I spend a decent amount of time in Hollywood Studios, I'll probably wear that. Not really sure. The whole plan for this trip is I'm pretty much just going to say goodbye to Dinoland. I'll be there for Dinoland's last day. And that's where I did my first college program. So Dinoland is the important piece of the trip. And I'm definitely going to be in Dinoland and Animal Kingdom on Saturday and Sunday. The rest of the trip is kind of TBD, depending what I feel like. What I think would be good to get photos and video for this channel, for my blog, that type of stuff. I'm also going alone. I don't know if I mentioned that. But it's a solo trip. I love solo trips, so that's fun. Yeah, so if I spend enough time in Hollywood Studios, that will come with me. If not, kind of still figuring it out. Another Hollywood Studios shirt. This is just another, I think this is from Hot Topic is my guess. I don't remember. But just a little Star Wars shirt. I ordered it really big and oversized. It was a full-size shirt, and then I cropped it. So it's just another comfortable shirt. There is one more shirt. Actually, two more. There's a couple more shirts. And this might change. This is really just to give you an idea of what I pack. I'm still kind of going over it, and then I'll show you what actually ends up going in the bag. So this is the same thing. I got this really oversized, so it'd be loose and comfy. I might have got this too oversized, because the sleeves are a little crazy. So we'll see. But I did want to get some kind of shirt for the end of Dino-Rama, which is the part of Dinoland that's closing this weekend. And that's also where I worked most of the time during my college program. I did work at the dinosaur ride a little bit, but I was mostly on the carnival games at Hester and Hester's. So it has a very special place in my heart, and I'm going to miss it. So I got this shirt from Redbubble that, again, I got really oversized and cropped it. And it's from Primeval Whirl, the little dinosaurs at the end of the ride that were holding up the signs. The end is near. So I thought that was perfect to wear on Dinoland's last day. So that one is definitely coming. I'm definitely wearing this on Sunday, the last day that part of Dinoland is open. Other than that, the only specific clothing I'm definitely going to bring is this Fantasmic sweatshirt. This is from the kiosk outside of Fantasmic as you go into the theater that sells Fantasmic souvenirs usually. I was really surprised last time I was there to see that they had sweatshirts, because we didn't have like Fantasmic shirts and sweatshirts for a while. They kind of went away for a long time. So I was excited to see them back. This was a few years ago now, so I am really excited to see that this like painted on artwork on the front hasn't cracked and gotten all old and worn looking, which might actually be kind of cute, but I was surprised because usually this type of shirt, like immediately once you wash it or stretches or anything, cracks. So I'm excited that it's not like that. This material is really fleecy, warm, comfy. It's going to be a good January in the Park shirt. And the other sweatshirt that I'm bringing is this one. And this is just a little cropped pullover. And it has some designs on it, kind of in the hood and on the sleeves. And I think on the front, right, it has Mickey. Yeah. And on the front and the patches, it's the design on the hood. This is from the Main Street Electrical Parade. And I actually got this at Burlington for like, I don't remember how much. This was maybe a year or two ago. But like very, very, very marked down. Had my size, which was exciting. And yeah. So if you don't go to Burlington, they often have items from Disney parks, which is kind of crazy. Like I never thought that would happen. I've gotten some ears from Burlington. I got an Orange Bird plush, lots of t-shirts, a sweatshirt, obviously. It's a really good place to look if you don't live near the parks and you can't go to the outlets. You should check out Burlington sometimes. I post videos of what I find at Burlington on TikTok. So if you want to follow me on there, I'll link it below. I do find that most of the items, even when you're in different parts of the country, do still have, like, they do still have them at multiple Burlingtons. So it is nice if you're on, like, the Burlington TikTok or Instagram Reels, I guess, or whatever we go to if TikTok gets banned. It is nice to see what there is in other Burlingtons, just to give you an idea. I do have a couple of, like, fun Dino-Land pieces, but I kind of want to save them. I want to, like, show everything that I'm wearing for Dino-Land in this video. So aside from that stuff, I think the other major things that I make sure to bring when I go to Disney, just as like a heads up, chapstick. Chapstick is very hard to find at Disney World. So if you don't have a car, which I won't, I will be getting off the plane, taking an Uber to my hotel, parks the entire weekend, and the last day I will even be taking my bag to the park, putting it in the locker, and then Ubering back to the airport when I'm ready to leave. So I will not have my own car. I will not have a way to get around. I will not want to Uber to a store outside of Disney. That's crazy. Chapstick is really hard to find in Disney. So that's definitely something I'm bringing. If you have allergies like I do, I don't know that I actually need to take this to Disney, but just in case, I'm not going to stop taking Zyrtec. So that's coming with me. Other things that I make sure to bring, I'm very headache prone, so this is just acetaminophen, but whatever, pain reliever if you need it. You can always get it at First Aid if you need to, or most gift shops in Disney will have some kind of pain reliever. It's nice to have on you though. Hand sanitizer, duh, especially now during flu season, everybody's getting sick, so lots of hand sanitizer. I like the spray hand sanitizer, especially in Disney. I think it's quick, just to spray your hands, you're good to go. I'm not going to bring my whole like skincare routine because I'm using such a small bag. But one thing that I will make sure to bring, just because it is small enough to fit and my skin does get super dry, especially in the winter, is just like nighttime moisturizer. So I'll be bringing that as well. And then I think really the only other thing that I tend to bring that I don't know if, I'm sure everybody does, this is kind of more just like the way I do it, is portable chargers. I actually have a few of these. These are from, I think, Target. Like, not even a very good brand. They were probably like $15, honestly. And they're really small. They fit easily in the bag. Good to have. I do prefer these over the fuel rods in Disney. The fuel rods are really convenient if you don't have one charged, but I think they're more expensive to go with the fuel rods than to just buy a better quality charger from somewhere else ahead of time. Yeah, so I think that's really it. I've been more of a hat person lately in the parks than ears, which is actually kind of unfortunate because I have a lot of ears, but for some reason, I've just been leaning into hats more lately. And I guess that's it. Trying to think. A little bit more about this trip, I guess, might be good for you guys to know. So I'm leaving from Boston, going for 3 nights, a really short trip by myself. The only goal of this trip is to go to Dino-Land. I just want to document with my camera all of the Easter eggs and the theming in Dino-Land, just so I have it for my blog, for my like archives, because I'm a dork. I just want to make sure I have all of that before it goes away. And that's really the only thing I have planned. The rest of the time, I'm going to play with my camera, maybe figure out some other content stuff for my blog, maybe just relax a little bit because work's been really crazy and it'd be nice to have a day to just chill in Disney. So yeah, that is the plan. And I will show you how this bag looks now when it's packed. So if you're watching this part of the video, then you saw that the bag I was using did not work, which is really disappointing. Although it's not the bag's fault. I stand by that bag is like my go-to bag that I use for short trips. I actually had plenty of space left in the bag before the camera bag. So the problem with using that bag for this trip is that I really just wanted to bring a carry-on because I don't like waiting at baggage claim, especially for such a short trip. Like, I don't want to waste any time. So whatever I bring, like, I want to take it on the plane with me. And I'm in the last boarding group for this flight. I just got the cheapest fare using whatever I had for JetBlue points without using all of my points. So I'm in the last boarding group. So I am extremely skeptical that there will be overhead bin space left. It looks like the flight is full. And the problem with the bag then is that I was originally thinking my camera bag would fit inside the backpack, and it doesn't. And I am still like surprised that it doesn't, because I could have fit at least 2 pairs of shoes in it still, but just something about the shape of the camera bag was not working. And if that's the case, then bringing this bag thinking I could put it under the seat in front of me is not going to work. And I guess I could gate check the bag, but I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of flimsy, and it's not the type of bag that I would like to check. Like, if I'm going on this flight assuming that there's a really good chance I'm going to have to check a bag because it would have to go in the bin and then there's no bin space, then I'd rather use a suitcase. The problem with that is I don't have a small carry-on size suitcase. So now we're going to Walmart. I do still think if you're not bringing a camera bag, that backpack is really, like, I could have fit more clothes in there. I had enough clothes with like 1 or 2 extra possible options for my whole trip, which will be like I'm landing tonight, Friday night, and I come home Monday night. And I could have easily fit more clothes. I could fit more toiletries than I'm bringing, especially like if it wasn't an airplane trip and you weren't limited to the amounts of liquids. It is a really great bag, and the fact that it has the charging ports and the laptop sleeve and everything like that, and it does normally fit under the seat of an airplane. So I'm kind of disappointed because I have a whole system of how I use that bag, but not for this trip, I guess. I know this is for kids, but like for dinos. This one is the winner. So we are off. I am walking to the train. Suitcase. Hopefully it works because it was a very cheap Walmart special. So if it makes it through this trip, that would be good. I'm also really new to vlogging, and I feel crazy walking on the street where I live talking to my phone like this. So hopefully that gets easier as this goes. Just waiting for the train.
Change here for the orange line. Bus connection.
This Airbus A320 has 8 emergency exits, 2 doors in the front, 4 window exits.
So I just got to the resort. I am basically just going to drop my stuff off in the room. I'm gonna go to Disney Springs. I'm gonna get some dinner. It's like 8:30 right now. My plan was either to go to Disney Springs or the Polynesian. I kind of wasn't sure what I wanted to do tonight. I was thinking maybe the Polynesian, and I could go to Tambu Lounge and do some Ohana noodles. but I also kind of wanted to go to Disney Springs just because I haven't been in a while. So I think I'm gonna do that. Before I go, I think I'm gonna brush my hair real quick because it looks really messy after a day of traveling. Oof, yeah. So I think I'm gonna do Disney Springs. Not sure where to get dinner. I'm kind of torn between the Boathouse, which I've been to a lot and I really like, or something new. I think the something new would be Terralina. Just looking at what I can get into kind of last minute right now on the app. Either one sounds good. So I might just make a decision when I get there. But yeah, I will take you guys with me. We'll see what I pick. My goal's shopping at Disney Springs. I really just want to go to World of Disney and Basin to get a bath bomb or something. So I just got to Disney Springs. I decided on Terralina. Also just realizing I go to Disney Springs so infrequently I don't even know where I'm going, so that's fun. Okay, so here we are for my first time at Terralina. I felt really weird talking to the camera in there, to be totally honest, so this is a voiceover from the future. But I did talk about it when I got back to the hotel room later, so you'll see that later in this vlog. So after dinner, I did do some shopping. I started at Uniqlo. I did really like the Snow White bag, but I kind of decided against it just because I don't need any more tote bags. Then I made my way over to World of Disney, which was really the reason I wanted to go to Disney Springs. I saw these Monsters University hats. I kind of like the old ones better, but I thought I would take a video of them just in case anybody was interested. The old ones are very like 2015 coded for my CP, so I kind of like those. I also really loved this hat, and I'm kind of kicking myself for not getting it now. I think I was on the fence with the color at the time, but the icons are so cute. And then these were just some ears that are new to me just because they weren't there last time I was at the parks. I did buy a shirt, and I think I show it later in the vlog, so you guys will see it then. I got to the side of Disney Springs pretty much as the music was wrapping up for the night, so I didn't really stick around to watch much of it, but I do like that this is here, especially if you're staying at a Disney Springs hotel and you can just walk right over. That's a really good just spot to have. My next and last stop was Basin. If I had a full-size suitcase, I would have taken home some of the body scrub, but with just a carry-on, I just came in for a couple of bath bombs. I love Basin and wish there were stores near me that I could go to when I'm not at Disney. On the way back to the bus, I went by all of these murals, and I remember Disney doing some promotional stuff for them when they were new at Disney Springs. I think it was like the Disney Springs Art Walk or something, but I just haven't seen a lot about it since then. And these were really cool, like just as a free thing to do in Disney, to walk around and see these murals. So I'm definitely going to look more into them and just learn more about the artists who did these, and just see like if there's a map to make sure I'm not missing any of them or anything like that on my next trip, because I kind of feel like these are an underrated thing to look at Disney Springs. And because I was staying at All-Star Sports, you guys know my bus stop was like 85 miles away. It's fine. Alright, so we are back at the hotel at All-Star Sports. I'm gonna do a quick little I'll just recap what I did today basically while I take my makeup off and take my allergy pills and all of that fun stuff. So basically after my flight I took an Uber to the hotel, to All-Star Sports, which is kind of my preferred way to get to the hotels at Disney, honestly. I really miss the Magical Express because, like, especially where it was free, you really couldn't argue with that. If I look crazy right now, I can't see anything without my glasses, so I have no idea where I'm looking, just to warn you. But I mean, I like the Magical Express because it was included with everything else you're doing at Disney, which is really nice. And since then, I've taken the Sunshine Flyer, or I don't even think it's called the Sunshine Flyer anymore, whatever it's called. I think it merged with Mears. The new like paid alternative to Magical Express, I've taken it, it's fine. I just think when you're making the multiple stops, I'm not sure, for me personally, I'm not sure the value is there when you're paying for it. And I feel that only paying for myself. So I can't imagine, like, because you're paying for that per person. So I can't imagine I would want to pay for it per person if I was paying for more than myself, because for myself it was pretty cheap. But I was still just like, to me, time is money when I'm in Disney. And if I can swing it, I would rather spend slightly more for, well, not slightly, I mean, it could be substantially more depending, but I would rather pay for an Uber and just get to where I'm going without having the multiple stops. And typically, I don't have to wait long at all for Ubers here. Today, I actually took a Lyft because Lyft was a little bit cheaper. And I had to wait about like 12 minutes, which I think is the longest I've ever had to wait for an Uber or a Lyft from the Orlando airport. So it feels like a really long time to me. Especially coming from Boston. At our airport at home, there's just, like, you cannot request it until you are on the curb and the spot ready to go, because they're already parked there. Like, they're that quick. I'm gonna pause for 1 second just so I can go actually wash my face. And I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I did shower already, but I gotta wash my face separately, especially, I think for the parks, but especially just like traveling and being on the plane, and I don't know, it doesn't hurt to wash my face twice and like actually really get all the makeup and everything off. So yeah, so I Ubered to All Star Sports. I always do the online check-in. If you come to Disney frequently and you know what you're doing, you don't need to stop at the front desk. I definitely recommend doing the online check-in. There's no reason to go to the front desk. Actually, if you're celebrating something, if it's a birthday or an anniversary or anything like that, you should go to the front desk to get like a celebration button. But other than something like that, I don't think you need to go to the front desk. Unless, like I said, if you're new, if you haven't been to Disney a lot, then you should to get the full experience. But I know what I'm doing. I don't need to do that. So I came right here. My room was ready. I mean, it should be ready. I didn't get here until like 7:30, almost 8 o'clock at night. So my room was ready. I basically came and dropped my stuff off and then went right back out and got on the bus to Disney Springs. And then my goal for Disney Springs was really just to have dinner and to do some shopping. There was one shirt in particular that I saw online before this trip that I really wanted to get. And it's funny because I'll show it right now while I'm talking. I'll overlay it here. But it's really funny because it's like not my style of shirt at all. And I don't love the words on it, to be totally honest. But I do like the font and I like the design a lot. And it's so soft and comfortable. So I'm probably going to wear that tomorrow to the parks. So that was really like the goal. And then I just wanted to walk around World of Disney because I haven't been there in a long time. I've been doing a lot of short trips lately, and when I'm not here for a long time, I just don't prioritize Disney Springs. It just kind of feels like I need to have a longer trip for me to want to do a lot of shopping. Like if I'm not here for a long time, I want to be in the parks and doing that type of stuff. I don't want to just be like going to stores. So it was nice because I haven't spent a lot of time at Disney Springs recently, so it was nice to be able to walk around and do that. I went to Basin as well, and I got some bath bombs. I do like, I'm not fully doing it tonight because I'm back later than I thought I would be, but I do like when I'm on any kind of a trip, I like just doing like a little self-care, skincare type of thing. So I don't know if I'll use any of the bath bombs here, but I did bring some masks. I always bring a mask when I travel anywhere. So I have these ones right now. I don't know if they do anything. They feel nice while they're on and they make me think they do something, but who knows? I do like doing some extra skincare stuff when I'm traveling. I just think your skin gets so like worn out. I don't know what it is. Just like the air on the airplane and like being in people-y places, it's nice to just do some extra stuff. Speaking of which, I'm going to quickly put a little pimple patch on because I feel something is happening right here. Yeah. Did I get it? I think I got it. So yeah, I went to Disney Springs, went to World of Disney, went to Basin, got my bath bombs. Exciting stuff. I like having those at home. I also got dinner at Terralina. I've never been there before. I was torn between that or the Boathouse. And I kind of figured, I love the Boathouse a lot. It's like one of my favorite restaurants at Disney. But the type of food and the theming and everything is very similar to where I'm from, because I'm from New England. And if I went there, I would probably get a lobster roll. And that just seems a little bit silly right now. So I didn't do that. I decided I should go somewhere I haven't been before. So I went to Terralina. And it was pretty good. I don't know that I would go out of my way to go there. But it was good for what it was. If you want like a sort of casual Italian restaurant at Disney Springs. I think it's very family friendly. It was a good, like, if you want that type of food, but you don't want to necessarily dress up or go somewhere too fancy. Because I think my favorite Italian restaurant in Disney, unless you're doing pizza. I mean, if you're doing pizza via Napoli, but if you're not doing pizza, I would probably choose Il Molino at the Swan and Dolphin. And that's a little bit more like upscale. So if you're looking for just something more casual, maybe not too casual to the point of like Tony's and the Magic Kingdom, but kind of a middle ground between those. I think Terralina was really good. I went to the Caesar salad a lot. The bread they had was like honestly nothing super spectacular in its bread form, but the olive oil with it was delicious. I poured some over my pasta too, and that was actually really good. I would go back there and just get like some kind of like spaghetti dish and put their olive oil on it because that was good stuff. The bread though, as croutons in my Caesar salad, I'm pretty sure it was the same bread. Like they must, because you use stale bread for croutons. So I'm pretty sure it was the bread that like was their bread service that they make into croutons, and that was really good in my salad. And the salad itself was really good. I also got a chicken parm. It was authentic to Parmesan, I would say. It was good. I would get it again if I was like in Disney Springs and wanted chicken parm. It wasn't like an ooey gooey type of cheese. Like I think a lot of places call it chicken parm, but there's mozzarella and stuff mixed in. It wasn't that. This was definitely parm. Like the texture of Parmesan when it melts is totally different than like mozzarella or anything. Like it kind of hardens a little bit quicker. Doesn't have like a cheese pull. It was much more like that, which like it's still good. But if you're expecting like a gooey, cheesy piece of chicken parm, like that's probably not where you would want to get it. I take Zyrtec every day. I don't know if this got into my packing vlog, but I'm allergic to cats and I have 2 cats. So I take Zyrtec every single day. And I've learned when I did allergy testing last year that if you take Zyrtec, and I assume other allergy medicines, every day and you stop taking them cold turkey, you will get incredibly itchy. It does like some reverse reaction in your body that is over my head scientifically, but it does some kind of reverse thing that makes you itchy everywhere. So when I did an allergy test, I had to stop taking Zyrtec for like 2 weeks. And I guess the way to combat that is to slowly stop taking it, and I did not do that. I just stopped taking it cold turkey because nobody told me I should do that. So just a heads up, if you do an allergy test and you stop taking your Zyrtec, do it slowly because it was awful. Anyway, I take that now. Okay, so dinner. I didn't get drinks or anything. Their drink menu looked really good. I was kind of thinking about a sangria, but I don't know. Kind of like, this is a really last minute trip. My priority for this trip is really Dinoland. I'm not trying to spend a ton of extra money. And if I do, I kind of want to spend it more on like experiences and merchandise and stuff. I don't want to just like spend a lot on drinks, but the drinks at Terralina look really good. Next time I go there, I think I will get a sangria. I think that's all I did today. I traveled, I dropped the stuff off, went to Disney Springs, and now I'm back. Plans for tomorrow. The only plan I have for tomorrow at this point is, I am planning to rope drop Dinoland just because I don't know if they're out of it yet, but I'm concerned that there's not going to be any Cementosaurus prizes left at the carnival games because they're closing on Sunday. They close. Sunday's the last day. Tomorrow's Saturday. And I really want to win a Cementosaurus. So I don't know if I'm going to rope drop because it's late now, but in the morning whenever I get up, I'm going to go to Dino-Land first thing. Hopefully get a Cementosaurus. And then the whole goal of this trip was to really document all of the Easter eggs and the details in Dino-Land. So I might start some of that tomorrow, at least for Dino-Rama, because it's the one that's closing on Sunday, not the whole land. So I might start that tomorrow morning, and then the rest of the day I'm kind of keeping open. I really want this trip to be about gathering content for my blog and some other like content creation stuff that I've been working on, because since the pandemic, really, I've been slacking on it a lot, and I just really want to get back into it. And it's hard to do when you don't live here. I'm going to branch into other things besides just Disney World, but I think there are a lot of things I can do from home. I just have to put in the effort and actually like sit down and do it, which I have not been good at in a long time. So I'm hoping that I'll gather enough photos and videos and things to work with this trip that it'll be easier to do that when I'm home. So this is technically a vacation. Like, I'm off from work. I left my work phone at home, which was exciting. But it's not like a laid back vacation, especially when I'm by myself, and I've been to the park plenty of times that I don't need to like do certain things every time I'm here or anything like that. This is really just about me getting everything that I want to get photos and videos of in Dino-Land, and then whatever else I have time for. Probably Muppet Vision too, because I don't know. I don't have an annual pass in the moment anymore. I let it expire. It was just kind of waiting to figure out the timing of when I want to get an annual pass again. I was thinking I might at some point during this trip, so I just pay the upgrade fee from the tickets I have now. But I'm also, like, Disney's gonna get my money anyways. It doesn't really matter if I get it now or get it later, like, because in the past would just last longer if I wait to get it. So I haven't fully decided that yet. But yeah, so I don't know when I'll be back again. And just in case I don't see Muppet Vision, I might kind of try to document everything that I want to make sure I have photos and videos of over there as well. But I think that's it. I'm going to go brush my teeth and get ready for bed. So thanks for watching. I know this is really the first time I've consistently vlogged. I've tried to vlog so many times, and I've gotten like a third of the way through the day that I'm trying to vlog, and I stop. So if you've made it this far, I really, really appreciate it. If you have advice or comments or anything, please tell me. I know I'm like not amazing at it. I definitely felt, especially when I was walking, I don't know how much is going to make it into this because I obviously haven't edited it yet at this point. But I definitely felt really weird talking to my phone while I was walking around. So this vlog might end up being a lot of B-roll with me talking over it until I get used to that. I really want to get used to it, but it's hard. So if you stuck around, I appreciate it. And if you have any tips or advice or just thoughts, please tell me. All right, so I will see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.